UFC lightweight division bout. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, here now the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Yorba Linda, California, USA, Beneil Dariush. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Apia, Samoa, Wilson.
Okay, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner. You ready?
So here we go. The weight and the height gives way to the action right here on one side. Maybe the division's most well-rounded fighter, taking on arguably the biggest submission threat in this division.
Because he's such a great submission grappler, I believe that it's
the master of the transition. Nice scramble. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
Slips the left hand. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, You got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Nice hammer fist. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Oh, nice job by him there to move into half guard. Not much resistance from the bottom fighter.
He's just too good in this position. Look for ground and pound immediately.
Close guard.
He's trying to recover full guard there.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Dariush. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Dariush. 3 minutes remain in the round. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom.
Jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. If they try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Nice hammer fist. That is a high-level transition to half guard, and now in a position to do a lot of damage.
Watch him sit back on the leg and land big ground and pound.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land. He's trying to land effective strikes.
Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Close guard. Under a minute to go in our opening round. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground. That's very important.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Nice hammer fist.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Close guard. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker. Such a fast leg kick.
Dariush gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there.
Oh, nice elbow. kick.
Oh, big damaging knees here to the body.
Fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Switching stances here.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here for Bob. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. Very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
Look at him chop some wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, he connects with a punch there, DC. You got to like what you're seeing this one.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy.
All right, so a seminal blow earlier in the round. It wasn't a knockdown, but it was certainly a stunner that caught his attention.
Oh, I mean, he got hurt bad. To see him still standing, that just goes to the toughness that he has to be still.
And now he's hooked.
That's one of those shots, and if you take one of them, it can end the night. That was ended right on the spot. Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is maybe John. John, there's a weight difference. I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm going to do this to anybody, it's Eddie.
All right, has the guard closed here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Ground and pound strike is true. All right, full guard now, DC.
The fighter on top needs to be trying to gain posture to throw ground and pound and then
Oh, pretty good entry there, and he gets the fight to his wheelhouse on the ground.
Beautiful takedown into the full guard. Look for him to posture and use ground and pound to open up submission opportunities.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Close guard. Dariush gets caught by that elbow. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
no, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Under a minute to go. Back to the feet now. Dariush gets touched by that kick there. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. Double leg takedown is good. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Dariush is looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Dariush's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Man, is he timing. Oh, worked hard to get up again, but he looks like he's compromised. Spinning back fist. And that's the end of round number two. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight. An uppercut lands.
Oh, big left hook there.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Oh! He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Quick entry here.
Nice single leg entry. Rotates the head outside to a high crotch.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Elbow deep, takes him for a ride. What a high impact takedown that was.
And he's back up. Oh! Over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when the corner thought he was going low. And now he's got him hurt very badly. Yes, they hurt him in the last round. Same exact one.
Oh, single collar tie here. And they separate. Great job by him. Oh, there's a trip to get the takedown. All right, got to be careful playing around inside his guard.
Absolutely, John. That's why you don't sit in a full guard. When you sit in a full guard, it gives these guys too many opportunities to chase submissions. And now he's jumping on a triangle. Watch guillotine. Why is he not recognizing this right now? He's got to recognize this is dangerous.
And this might just be a matter of time.
He got it, John.
How about it? Gets the win by submission. Beautifully executed there on the ground. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He does a great job of staying patient. He doesn't rush or panic. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy. You're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble the entire time when you're this good in the submissions.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop for this contest at 1 minute, 32 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke, Wilson.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale. Get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find the submission.